All right, so "Not Over You," which we're playing on G105, is is the song based on your own personal experiences? Is there a song that this girl is about, or no?
Yeah, this is definitely autobiographical.
And does she know who she is?
Maybe. I don't know. Part of me says I hope so, and part of me doesn't necessarily want her to know. But it's hard to be anonymous, and also hard to be anonymous at the same time you're trying to make a song very famous. You know what I mean? Please, I hope she never finds out this song that I'm putting on the radio right now. You know what I mean?
And they're all like, "Look, it was me and Gavin. This song is totally about me."
Yeah, could be that issue. Yeah, I think she probably knows. You know, I think when we were writing the song, Ryan Tedder and I wrote this song together from One Republic. We were in Denver, Colorado, and we had already gotten together and written the title track for this record, Sweeter. And he and I were passing through Nashville together, and I was going one way and he was going the other, but we ended up in Nashville. We wrote Sweeter. Felt really good. Felt kind of like gritty, like a Black Keys type song. And we're like, "Hey man, let's do another one of these." So a few weeks later, I flew to Denver, where he was at. He had just had a studio built, and we sat down at the piano. And he was like, "Hey man, what do you think of this piano riff?" You know, he's like, dun, 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 dun. "What do you think of that?" I was like, "Ah, it's terrible." No, I'm kidding. I was like, "Yeah, man, it's actually really great, you know." So I said, we can start there, you know, why not? So we did, you know, and we spent a few days working on that song, and I think it's the type of track that, honestly, subject-wise, you know I was feeling it while we were writing it, and you know, I think he was feeling it too. I mean, it's the type of story that a lot of people share, even if you end up with. Even if you were with the person that you know you're going to love the rest of your life, it doesn't mean that that wasn't part of your story before you ended up with them again, you know? So even people who were committed or married may still be able to identify with the song like "Not Over You," because there may have been a period during when they had initially dated and then they broke up and they realized that they couldn't really be satisfied with anybody else. And that's that type of feeling that made them kind of reach out and reconnect and realize that there really was no other substitute.
That's good. I like that.
Thank you, bro.
These answers are so deep. I'm like, wow.
Thanks, man. Sorry.
No, that's good. That's good. I think one of the things that I learned about you from that story, obviously over the last few months, is that you and your brother own a bar in New York.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my brother Joey Degraw, and we own a couple of venues. One in New York City and one in Nashville. They're called National Underground, and little music venues, you know, ballrooms. They're like joints, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say, yeah, go there for a beautiful night out. I would say go there to have a good time, loosen up, where nobody's going to annoy you. You know what I mean? No velvet rope.
Not pretentious.
No VIP. You know what I mean? Go there and be normal. If you can't be normal, don't go. You know, so we own a couple places like that, and yeah, that's what we do.
What other kind of stuff you got going on besides, I mean, everybody knows, you know, you're like the songwriter, the singer, performer, now you own bars. What else you got going on that people may not know about?
I love to do laundry, but I don't like to fold it. I'm a laundry man. I just love separating the whites from the darks, selecting the temperature, you know. I like the dryer settings. I'm all about that as well. I like sometimes you just watch the thing spin in there. You sometimes just open up before it's done just to see if maybe my timing is more accurate than Kenmore's. But then I like to take the clothes out and then I'll sit on the bed while the clothes are laying there and think to myself, do I really have to fold all this shit? And then no, I don't. I don't have to fold it. I realize that no matter if I fold it or if I don't fold it, I'm still going to have to either iron it or steam it if I'm going to wear it in public. So really you don't have to fold any of it. That's the reality check of it all. Because once you commit to taking care of it and then you put it in the closet, by the time you go to wear it, it's all fucked up anyway.
That's true.
There's no sense in folding your clothes.
Or you could date somebody who works like at a clothing store who's really good at folding clothes.
You can, but you know, there's only so many gaps in the world, and you know, the gap is sometimes there's not one for another 50, 60 miles. Although they do the best folding. It's true. They get that cool little plastic piece with the sleeves on it. It's amazing.
There's an art to it.
There's an act. There's a gift.
We do something once a year. It's a charity for kids, the Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation. We raise money for that. And we try to get sound from people that have had experiences with working with kids in that capacity, or working with certain charities, foundations, or maybe you know somebody, you know, a friend or somebody in the family that was affected, you know, somehow where you can relate to people to say, hey, this is why it's important to
I lost
give money, time.
to a brain tumor, actually. Yeah, I lost my Aunt Shirley to a brain tumor. And that was kind of hard, going to her funeral and seeing her kids suffer through that, you know, and you know, her son that I was closest to my age was about 13 when that happened. You know, watching him melt down, you know, during that period of time was particularly difficult. So that's certainly an experience that would keep you connected to that sort of cause. We were in Memphis a couple of days ago, and we did a tour of St. Jude's Hospital, which is incredible. I don't know if you ever had the opportunity to look them up or look into St. Jude's, but it's the type of thing that can really move you, even if you didn't have any personal experience with it. You know, going to a hospital like that and seeing how they treat the children, treat the families, and one of the things that really moved me was that if you go to the child care rooms, you know, where there's like where the patient would be for a long stay, let's say it's overnight or a couple of weeks, there's always an adjoining room that's designated to the family. That's really right next door to the one that the patient will be in, so families can always be close to the kids. You know, I think that's one of the things that's always sort of missed when people think about someone suffering, is that it's never just the individual, it's everyone connected to the individual, everyone who loves the individual, particularly with a child. You know, the parent has a different type of connection with the child, so it becomes their entire life. They have to leave work, they can't go to work, they can't go home, they have to be where the child is. And so seeing how directly affected the entire family is to that is a reality check into the life of a family member, of a child who's ill like that.
Well, thank you.